Swiftly, Mansell, after seeing Gloucester City won 5-0. 1-0 win against the top three side. 1,200 people here at what is New Meadow Park, now Tiger Turf Stadium. Could you have dreamed of a better day than that, nearly?
Could have had a couple more goals just to make it a little bit easier. But no, I thought full credit to the players. I thought they were magnificent from minute one today. Obviously, with the occasion with obviously James coming back, I think it was more a case for supporters. For us, it was for myself, Daff, and the players. It was just business as usual, and to try and set the game plan that we had against them, and to try and expose their weaknesses. And thankfully, we get that first win in the first couple of minutes, and after that we were, they hit the bar and they had a couple of opportunities second half, but I thought we nullified a really good team.
You mentioned the goal came so early. Were you stood here, what did you expect? Did you expect a quick start? You got on top very, very quickly and, really imposed yourself as a team, but when a goal comes so quickly, how important is that?
Well, look, our past 3 games that we've had has really annoyed me because we conceded in the first 5 minutes of every single one. So obviously the boys have been told we need a fast start. I think the atmosphere kind of helped us a little bit with that when they got us on the front foot a little bit. Our first contacts, we started winning them, which was really good. We picked up a hell of a lot of seconds for Tommy and from Dorse, and that really was the catalyst for a really good first half performance. And as I said, we'd looked at their vulnerability with the little flick and the run inside, and Ollie would be kicking himself. He missed that one, but thankfully for us, Tomo was there to get his other one. I think that's 4 goals in 5 games and a couple of assists for the young man now. So we're really pleased in that aspect, and I just felt we've mixed it up. We've really predominantly gone with a back 4 at times, the vast majority of times, and we went with a 3 today to counteract what we thought were their strengths and to expose their weaknesses. So full credit to the players. It's been a monumental week from them. That's the first time we've taken 7 points out of 9 since we've been into the building, and the performance levels and the energy levels first and foremost was just a full credit to them.
Well, to sort of give credit to your team and compliment them as much as I can, Louis Hall marked the right winger in the first half. First 25 minutes, couldn't breathe. Louis was on him, and watching from the stand, I sort of picked up on it early on. He's then been moved over to the far side in the second half and gets hooked after 70 minutes. Your side were very intense and pressed high when they needed to. Was that something you've been working on this week?
Yeah, I think obviously Louis gives us a good balance on that. I was debating whether, to put Kingy onto this left-hand side, and because obviously we've got 6 loans at this moment in time, so we need to play Harvey. I thought was very good. So we're very limited in what we obviously have available in terms of playing bodies in there. So Dylan missed out today. Obviously he comes into contention for next week as well. And I thought that was probably one of Louis' best games he's had for the club. Looked kind of more at home then, and what he has done as a left back for us. But Hawley's got good qualities. He's a very, very good, competent defender 1v1. He does need to improve that attacking side of his game. He knows that. It's something we're obviously trying to work on that. I was really pleased with all of them. What we ask is to be, especially when we play here, is to be front foot, and that was the type of performance. Coupled on with the last 10 minutes of Chester. If you looked at how we played last 10-15 minutes of Chester, that mirrored probably the whole of that 45 minutes that we produced in the first half today. So that was a really pleasing aspect for me.
In the last 3 games, you've got 7 points. If you look at them on paper, from my perspective, I would certainly say you'd probably take that. Going into 2 games,
I'm glad you said that.
I don't want to upset you, Lee.
You said 5 out of this. So I listened to the podcast. You said 5. So we've got 7. So we're 2 points up on you.
Exactly. So you're 2 points ahead of where I've expected you to be. So you're exceeding my expectations. So well done.
Thank God for that.
You've got Telford and Guiseley coming up.
Yeah.
Was today almost a free shot to try and get something and continue that momentum that you're on at the moment?
No, I honestly and genuinely believe with the talent I've got down there and the bodies that we've got available, that we'll go and win every single game. That's our whole thought process. There's no, we're trying to nick a point here. No, we go to win every single game. Now, listen, we might go to win every single game and it bites us in the backside and we end up losing because we're trying to play attacking stuff and. But for us, our process is exactly the same. What I'm trying to do at this moment in time is, keep us up and also change a culture within the football club. And that's, it's a very difficult thing. The chairman's here now, he's just behind his shoulder, so he hasn't stopped smiling since. So, what we're trying to do is change the culture within the football club. It's not just the first team, it's the reserve team, it's the younger teams and stuff. And we just want to breed a winning mentality between every age group. And that takes time. And now I think we're just starting to turn a corner with that, and we're just starting to see, the stuff that we've been working on previously when we were obviously first in the building and we were trying to change it. But things take time. And thankfully for us, we're picking up results, because if we weren't picking up results, we'd probably be dead and buried. And we're at a stage of the season at this moment in time where, teams are picking up wins, and that's the, for us, we have to get as many points on the board as possible. So, as you just said, we've got 2 huge weeks coming up. We'll rest and recover after this one. The lads they've earned a Monday off after a good shift this week, so they'll be in Tuesday. We'll assess how people's bodies are, and we go to Telford looking for a win. And that if we can get that there, that would be brilliant for us, because that creates a bit of a gap between us and Telford. So, but they'll be thinking the same thing. They'll be thinking if they can beat us as well, the gap between us changes as well. So, as I say, next week is a huge game, but let's enjoy this one first of all. 1-0 win with a clean sheet at home. Given all the injuries out as well, look at the squad, and it's decimated at this moment in time. Nuge, Ledbetter, Cole, Sheaf has obviously picked up an injury. Bernie's obviously only trained for 3 or 4 days. He was back on the bench as well. So, as I say, Fab's another one picked up from Tuesday, so we don't know how long he's going to be. So we've got a good number of players out. So, full credit for those boys for putting in a performance like that today.
And we mentioned about the fans, 1,200 here today. You talked about the atmosphere, your players performing for that. Community-wise, you and I have spoken about getting the local community involved. There's Tuffley badges in the stand, Brockworth, Abbeymead. As the Gloucester City manager at this moment in time, how proud are you of everything coming together fan-wise like that?
Well, I think I've said it before. I love my city, and I love everything about it. And nothing will change, and I'll continue to do that, even when AP sacks me or I move on to different pastures new. So I will always support this football club through thick and thin. It's the way I've always been. And I'm proud that what we're starting to do now is with all the bits and pieces that we're doing behind the scenes to make this club more professional, to really engage with the community. I mean, we're just getting started with it, and hats off to obviously for Jay. He's working tirelessly behind the scenes, as is Claire as well. And without these people, it's they're vital to the football club. With the volunteers as well that turn up, especially on match days, and you've got Graham and Min, and they come in and do the cleaning on a Wednesday and stuff. These results are for people like them as well. But for me to have local football scene coming in, supporting, the City Juniors has been a fantastic acquisition as well. We're getting 70 kids there. My son being one of them, he just, it's brilliant. This football, thanks to the chairman, and he's obviously stood to the right shoulder of me. So I've just got to be very careful with what I say. But thank you ever so much to him, because the club's been brought home, and not only just my son gets to come and watch their local football team playing, and that's what we want. We want to try and get to that stage where we're going to get 3,000 or 4,000 here, and if we do all right next year, we can get that. But I know that results, and as I said, the culture of this football club has to change, and if we can do that, we will start seeing those numbers through the gates, because I believe the City people will actually back our club.
Cheers, Lee. Thank you.